Me like now I'm here, and look, you just reminded me of a good riot to me from the Gemara of a circle. What's your circle? Me like now, and how you reach Torah Nichnas Sadafer. Nichnas it says with Toy Sadafer. So the word Motor Revision Nira Safe Saga. So we see this kind of race target. It's very important. When you can visually see a difference in feel, it's okay. Gemara, this is thing by a little patch that doesn't work. We're talking about a serious field, crowd, the whole thing, not a little patch. So that's Rav. Rav says, well, Rav said it only works in one clock, in one 6x6. And the Gemara asked different questions. And he said, okay, but I'm talking about one time, you can only do one diet, it's like this. From the blue all the way through, only one spot in the whole line. Now from Shmuel, Aruba ben Aruba Shmuel. So Shmuel, no, it's not one clock, it's many. I can do 6 by 6 by 6, 6 by 6 by 6 by 6, all my 6 by 6s, even though they're lined up next to each other and they have two tefachim in between each other, one type of walkway for each patch of land, and I can go on and on and on like that. Aruba ben Aruba Shmuel, the Irish of the world. Oh, so it's talking about the why do you do this? The two parallel roads. I keep close to each other. Keep talking to each other. You know, it's true. The part is really fun. So Shmuel is going to have to go back to our town everywhere. But they're not parallel to each other. He stops short. Every time they come next to each other parallelly, he stops and he puts this kind of angle in it that's almost 3 tefachim. And that's enough. But he never has a full parallel road to each other, because then it'll be taka, then it'll be awesome. But if I want to be like that, if I want to keep on planting 5 species over and over and over, this is the way to do it. I can go straight to school, drive myself crazy, turn off talking, stop, keep on going, you make a beautiful design around my backyard, I'm fine. Here's the way to do it. So he asked Marava this question. Let's see. If he had told him that the guy dug places explains it's one cup of wine, one cup of so what did he gain? What did he more gain? He gained that it's visually different. It's deep. Everything is up here, he's down there. Even though he went a whole way, and even though over here it's only 2 feet away from the edge, but he's parallel. Perhaps because he's visually by itself, maybe it should be more different. Yeah, now, what we learn in the Mishnah, you can do a single seed in the center. What if I expand that single seed and I make it a whole entire row? Either right down the middle or off center, a little bit too sharp. The point is, yes, it's a lot. It's a lot of seeds. But visually, anybody takes a look at my 6 by 6 patch sees, oh, there's a whole another thing going on there. It's lower down than everything else. Omar, Shaysha is no good. It's way too close to over here. This becomes better. It doesn't look like it's something by itself on its own. Also, Rashi Omar, it's fine. So what does Rashi really say? Rashi says the one row of anything could be different. That's what Rashi says. It's not about basically, I have a question about that. Basically, we're getting right now. And in cash, if somebody plants 2 rows of cucumbers, stay 2 rows of balloon, and then 2 rows of gourds, of squash, or whatever, stay 2 rows for a mitzvah, some sort of bean, mutter. Why is that mutter? Because 2 rows are considered a suburb of Miyatzi. It's its own field. We're not talking about like in a farm, 500 feet long, 2 rows, that's its own suburb. What about Shuraf Hashem? Shuraf Hashem, only 1 row. Also. But you just said in Rashi that one row is its own little entity. So how come over here you're saying one row of cucumbers is not its own entity? Says the Gemara, I kind of understood. I bought a house in Chicago where we lived for 3 years. You know what house I'm talking about? The one I sold to Benji. So we were there for a few months. All of a sudden, I go in the backyard. I see crazy amount of cucumbers. And so I was like, wow, we planted cucumbers before. And then every year we didn't plant. It just came up by itself. I guess when the cucumbers decay, like the seeds go in, and get like whatever. But the cucumbers, they go everywhere. That's just the nature of them. They're wild. They have these little things that grab onto things by themselves naturally. And they go everywhere. Big shrub that we're talking about these kinds of vegetables that just get entangled within each other. And therefore, this is a problem. One row is not a good Number of Ghana work. A right to the malice for the Now comes your girlfriend and says, listen, I have a trick. If somebody wants to get away with this whole thing, you can do more than this guy. This is too little for me. I want to do more. So what does he do? Oisai Rugo, he wants to plant the environment for Oisai Rugo Shisha. So he gets a 6x6. He's always going to go from each one in the knowledge and it's all basically very simple. He makes a circle. That is, the circumference is 5 seconds. If I have a square that's 6 seconds, and from side to side of the circle, the circumference is 5. So basically, I distance my circle from the edge half a tefach on each side. Right? I only have to 1 tefach. I have to divide it on both sides. So what do I have left? I have a tefach. So if I do a whole circle and I plant one species, then I could go on the half a tefach and plant 4 more. Because now the broken up visually, I could see 4 different things. Forget these arrows. That's for different. That's the next circle. But this circle, we're talking about a circle, and you have 4. And we said if they come to each other on a 90-degree angle, it's fine. So these guys are fine. Over here, where it's white, you don't plant anything, and you go like this. This is cucumbers, tomatoes, onions, and peppers. And this middle guy is carrots. So you have 5 species, and now you've used up an entire 6 buckets. What's the problem here? You plant over here, then it won't be a circle. You mean if you saw like that, sure. It's not so that you're not planting it. This is a real circle. No, you asked about the pizza pie before. This is a good guy that whatever is visually, she's different. I don't know if pizza might be different because the slices are next to each other. But this as a pizza, smack in the middle is fine. And then right next to it, these are different shapes, so they work. Ask the Gemara. Now, the Gemara understood that you do this over and over and over, 9 times in this picture, or 100 times. Ask the Gemara, they get better with any. But how can you do this? This is the end of the 6th talking, and now here's the other guy. Now you keep talking next to the next guy. How do you gain by planting over here? One patch is next to the other patch. Why should I go on and on and on with other patches? One patch is fine, I get it. I get 1 patch. But how can I plant another patch next to this patch? But you keep talking away from each other. Next patch starts, keep talking away. Where does the next patch start? The next patch starts, keep talking from the edge of this. Here's my walkway. Here's my walkway. And then this starts all over again. So this guy and this line over here is where we keep talking away. All patches, right? Here's the patches. Bunch of patches. We said each patch is keep talking away from each other. So I did a whole circle in this patch. There it is. A whole circle, and I planted on the 4 side. And now what do I do over here? Circle, they plant it to the side. But now they're only keep talking away from each other. The sides are too far away from each other. How do I keep on going? No, Rav Kahana says I could plant my entire field if I go like this. Says in Gemara, says in Gemara, the bay will be out of it, but not the bin of the name. You're right. You can't plant next to it. You're talking about a one-time thing. You can't plant next to it. The Rashi on our the Moyus, Chessi, Zone, area, so basically, if you are planting Chessi, you see these guys, the plants are going in this direction, and these guys are going in this direction. If you look closely, I don't know if you can see it. You can see that the direction of the plants are different. But the Sifra did a good job of it. These plants are going like this, and these plants are going like that. So now there's a distinction between what I'm planting. So the first shot is, I wasn't trying to get my whole backyard. I was just trying to get 6 tefachim by 6 tefachim. How could I possibly still have 6 tefachim by 6 tefachim? I wasn't talking about how to get my whole backyard. Within 6 tefachim, with my whole backyard, 6 tefachim, I know how to have a trick. I have a circle and a square around the circle. Well, this guy is saying no. I could actually plant an entire backyard even if it's 1,000 by 1,000 because the edges, the borders are going in different directions. And when I look at it visually, I can see that they're different, they're planted in different ways. And I'm not going to confuse them. Basically, you're going to actually avodas yorek acher shisha tzachim. This I love that we learned. I can plant 5 different types of seeds in 6 tzachim. In Ryan Oisam, you have the move back. It says in the forest that it's a square, meaning not a circle. What do you tell me is a circle? Because I know the shari, you can't do it in a circle. You can go like this, with one in the center. You can do this. You can plant 5 in straight lines, one in the center, but no circle. Says Gemara, also not doing that without Rima. We're talking about squares. Yes, it has to be a square. If you're going to do the Rosh part, you want to do this trick, it has to be a square. One square and another square. Or like the Masifta does it. I have to be careful because maybe I'm wrong. So one square up, another square. Fine. This doesn't work in a circle. The trick of a Rosh part doesn't work in a circle. So we're talking that over there that you're making this deal that has to be square is talking in order to use this trick of Rosh part, everything has to be squares. Nice lines to each other. No circles within each other. Why? I don't know. You can ask me why. It's, so the kids are going to stop right here. And we're going to continue. What? Yeah. Whoa. Baruch Hashem. You stop you one time now before you stop YouTube. Somebody said on the group that there are sheep just like me. But the sheep just like you also? Both. What? Because the Masifta says like you. I'm just guessing. I didn't know. Whatever. Okay. Baruch Hashem. The sheep like me. Shut it down.
Last week we learned about you that you are Japanese. Yes. You live in Canada. Yes. And you almost entirely with all of your spare time eat ramen and have sex with your girlfriend. Yes. Just wanted to catch up with what we learned just last week. There's no way you belong here, so I wanted you to know. I think I just watched that movie too. Yeah. The extra point is has returned. So, Kansai, how's this last week been for you? That's been amazing. That is secret show. Thinks about you're doing a racist impression. That's what I love about him. It's like Bruce Lee's son is on comedy. Bruce Lee turned. Does Kansai mean sick tree? A sick tree? Sick tree. Like an unhealthy tree? Like a sick, like a sunset. Big bad tree. Wow. Like a strong, nice recovery. That's okay. The Godzilla's having me near people. So let me apologize on behalf of my people. Omen Nasai. Totally sorry. Comics. She was a beast. She was amazing. So I talked to my parents. What did your parents say? My dad was happy, a little bit sad. Because we made a promise to each other. If you don't make it in company, you have to get a real college degree and a job. Yes. And if you don't do that, you have to do some copyright. Just that is as Japanese as it gets. So you told your dad that basically you made it, that you got recognized on the biggest show in all of comedy. And he was sad about it because we promised him I was going to take all his nails off. Wow, even more Japanese than any of us could have expected. Your dad owns a body waxing salon? Yeah, nail salon. Nail salon? Oh, it's a hair salon. Yeah. That makes a lot of sense. Yes. Nail salon, that's in Japan? Yeah, it's in Tokyo, Japan. Is it very profitable? So you just give it a shot. Say it again. What is it? Shinagawa. If you want to your dad's shop is gonna be packed tomorrow, and he's gonna be like,
I don't know that he has loot.
So he's a pervert. Like a fetish. He is Japanese. What does your mom do?
Thank you again for this year. By the way, the mask was excellent.
She helps my dad. Now she didn't like it. And now she works at the house. What does she do at the store? She, yeah, what'd she do, man? She cleaned there. She controls the vegetable. When you say she controls the vegetable, I don't know how Japanese supermarkets work. Can you explain to us what you mean by control the vegetable? A single vegetable she's in control of? Does she use her hands? Yeah, like multiple vegetables. Multiple vegetables. Yeah. And she, I think, just like I just end up putting to right.
All right, so
Control of vegetables. Text my vegetable control, yeah. Miss Wilfred, the works of the ramen shop. I can't remember if I asked you. She's Asian as well. Yes, she's half Filipino, half Japanese. Does she do anything odd or anything that stands out to you in which you're like, that's Filipino, that's not Japanese? Is there something that Filipinos do that Japanese people don't do that you kind of notice? And you're like, ooh. It's a long way to set that up, but it's worth it, bro. She doesn't. Well, it must be hard to see because it's all blurred out. That's Japanese. I should have asked which half. She controls her vegetables. Tony, if I may, follow your line of inquest earlier. Would you mind telling us what you think the blackest thing about you is? Absolutely. Great question. And here we go with a single spotlight. I would like to present to you this is, with 10 seconds to think about it, the blackest thing about Kansai Yusuke. The color is black. Let's turn the lights back on. So it really doesn't have to be like a physical thing on your body. Nobody was expecting you to go with the life of Chicago. I mean, like what things that you do, or things that you like, or hobbies that you have, or things that you say, or things that you do, or something that you've done. We're asking you about your hobbies, anything, or something in your behaviors throughout the day. What is the blackest thing about you? And this is the answer from Kansai. You do setting your pants is another physical thing about you. We were going more for like a behavior or an action of some kind. There it is, the most Jabberwocky thing about Kansai. What's Jabberwocky? Jabba. He thinks it's a new slur he's ever heard. So Kansai, if you asked your girlfriend why she won't let you, she says she's she doesn't want you to watch it. To watch it? See it. Why would she not want you to look at it? You felt it before. Do you think there's a reason why? Is it perhaps, a little bit, is there a little bit of ramen hanging out of the wall? You know what I mean? Is there a little, is it a little, that's possible. No. There's a little something there. That's super ridiculous. And you want to eat it, don't you? You really do, don't you? I can't wait. I know. You must be starving, Kansai. Remember, you really like this invite dessert. Absolutely. Kansai Yasuda. I can talk to you absolutely forever. You are one of easily the most amazing interviews in the history of the show. Only two under your belt. Incredible. Thank you, Brian. That is the second ever appearance by Kansai Yasuda. Big hat to the bucket. Here we go. How about one more time? Good luck for Kansai Yasuda. All right, back to the bucket. There's the lovely Heidi, everyone. She is. Great sailing experience, bucket full, everybody. He goes by the name of Jimmy Moynihan, everyone. Jimmy Moynihan. Thanks, everybody. You guys seem very nice, which is good. I've been depressed lately. I'm a therapist now. I can't talk to my friends about depression. I can't now. The other day, I was talking to my buddy. I'm like, I don't know, man. I think if it wasn't for my parents, I'd probably kill myself. He was like, your parents don't understand. They love you. All to blame them off to mess with their son. I got one married friend who has like a family, so he thinks his problems are worse than everyone else's, you know. I have to go home. I've been up since 8 a.m. I'm like, I had to wake up at 7 a.m. He goes, yeah, but you don't have what do you think? 3 kids at home. I'm like, oh yeah, I know you're right. Every morning when I wake up tired and depressed, I think to myself, well, at least I'm alone. Oh man, I had that nightmare again where I have a loving family. Thank you very much, Jimmy Moynihan. Jimmy, have you been on this show before? I've on stand up 6.5 years. Okay, 6.5 years. Where at? So I started in upstate New York. I moved to Orlando. And I did it in Orlando for a month. Did you change your name from Charlie to Moynihan? Just want to be clear that your grandparents don't slept in that bed. Jimmy, 6.5 years. Where was it at again? Your stand up? So New York, and then I moved to Orlando, Florida. Did it for 4 years. What made you move to Orlando for comedy? So I moved to Orlando for rehab. Yeah, rehab. Oh yeah, rehab. Hell yeah. Where you go? Yeah. So I went to rehab and then I ended up staying. So what'd you go to rehab for? I was. It was like everything. It was a lot of. I was addicted to Xanax. Right. Okay. Yeah, I got clean and then my parents lived in Florida, so I stayed with my parents for a little bit, 3.5 years. And then how were you in Binghamton, New York? Your parents were in Florida. Right. So Truck up on dance, man. He has no idea. That makes sense. Got it. Okay. So when did you know you hit bottom and had a good rehab? What was the low point when you're like, Jesus, what is this? So this seems bad, but looking back, guys. So I'm going to Grindr. Because gaming, and I would look for guys that have I didn't say you hit bottom. I wasn't talking about sexual position. You were on Grindr just to look for guys with yeah. You weren't gay at all. Oh, okay. So you're gay. Alright. But, so, one time this guy, he came over, and I would never get hard. Just suck my soft dick, right? That doesn't make you gay. dress for the bar. Right? If you don't get hard, that's how you know you're straight. Yeah. That's what I tell myself. Soft cock all the time. Why hang out with somebody that's gonna just want to yap your ear off? You can sit there on your phone, get some work done, and just fucking enjoying a soft cock blowjob. That's the life. Florida, the sun's shining, everybody's getting their fucking dick sucked, barely able to enjoy it. In my parents' house. Wow, copious amounts of drugs. No, that's just trigger. Nobody ever hears it. It's a live show and then it disappears. We gotta get you a different way next time. I know I need a haircut. Alright. Let's keep talking about the, is there a section on the brain where the dude says, I got hope, like how do you, I think it's employed on Grindr. I just roll the dice, basically. So, where were we going here? You hit bottom when you were getting your dick sucked into soft. You're doing coke with a guy off Grindr. You became best friends. Yeah, it's a wrong one. I know they take something for coke. It's not but it was at that point when you're like, I think I need to go to rehab. Right? And you have any relapses since then? Yeah, relapse too. Oh my goodness. So you're in Austin, Texas? Right here. Okay. Right. So how did that happen? How exactly do you relapse?
Oh, everybody stop what you're doing. Dude. Dude, can you hear me, big dog? Dude, can you hear me, big dog? What up, Pam? What up, Pam? Tight, that's the panspermia theory, dog. Tight, that's the panspermia theory, dog. It means that life was not, its origins are not from Earth, that they're from off-world, either panspermia, which is an asteroid, or guided panspermia, which is extraterrestrial. Or guided panspermia, which is extraterrestrial.
An asteroid?
Yeah, that's known as panspermia, dog.
What's an asteroid?
Like a planetary body, sometimes references of smaller than a planetoid, sometimes smaller than a planet, that generally is not large enough to have its own moon. Many times they're made from like broken up planets. Dude, are you ready to lose? I'm lagging? Yeah, you're right. Are you ready to lose? Calm down, dog. Let's see if I can improve this. Calm down, dog. Let's see if I can improve this. Dude, can you hear me? Okay, is it better now? Okay, are you ready to lose? I mean, that sounds like a you problem, dog. So you're not ready to lose. That's okay. So why did you only have an hour's? Why did you only have an hour's sleep? Were you spanking and yanking it? All right. Why did you only have an hour's sleep? I'll wait.
I was waiting.
Okay. Did it launch? What up, Tim?
Do you think the body should free or be simple as we send it to space?
That's a good question. If you freeze it, if you send it into space, your body still has microbes and such that are going to feast on your body in the meantime. And if you freeze it, those things freeze. But that's a very good question. It potentially can. Then on Earth, yeah. But let's look that one up. That's a good one. That's a good question. Does the body decompose faster if frozen or sent into space? Decomposition is faster in deep space rather than a typical Earth freezer, but slowest when the body is protected by a pressurized spacesuit. On Earth, a freezer significantly slows bacterial decomposition by keeping tissue solid and inactive, though some anaerobic breakdown can still occur over long periods. In the vacuum of space, the lack of oxygen prevents standard aerobic bacterial decay. An extreme cold or solar radiation typically causes the body to freeze solid or mummify, freeze dry, effectively halting biological decomposition. However, if a body is sealed inside a spacesuit, decomposition can actually proceed faster than in open space or freezer because the suit traps body heat and moisture, creating an environment where internal bacteria can continue to break down tissues until the oxygen is depleted. Open space is extravehicular. The body freezes or mummifies rapidly due to vacuum and radiation, stopping decomposition almost entirely. In the spacesuit, decomposition occurs faster than in open space because the suit retains heat and bacteria, allowing rot to proceed until oxygen runs out. And then in an Earth freezer, decomposition is significantly slowed but not entirely stopped. It is generally slower than a spacesuit, but potentially faster than the long-term preservation seen in open space vacuum. Did that answer your question, son?
Yeah. If you freeze the brain, the back burns through your ass if you freeze it.
Everything's going to deteriorate over a certain amount of time, generally. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Everything's going to generally deteriorate over a long enough period of time. What's your next question, Zoo? Zoo.
Is that back to
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Well, antibiotics. That's what an antibiotic is.
Antibiotics.
DNA tech, bacteria.
Yeah, it helps. It helps your gut, especially
Yeah, it helps
break down
your gut, especially break
different
down
foods and organisms. Bacteria is really important to gut health. And if you kill all the bacteria in your system, you'll get sick. I think about this a lot. Like,
I think about this a lot.
why do we have bacteria? Or why is it
do we have
important?
bacteria? Why is it
And like,
important?
why are things like, why is decomposition so
Why are
important?
things like why is
And it comes
decomposition
down
so
to if you
important?
didn't have it,
And
eventually the earth would just fill up with dead
eventually the
bodies
earth would just
if
fill
you
up
didn't
with
have this
dead bodies
decomposition.
if you
So
didn't have
it's
this
important that it
decomposition.
exists.
So it's important
It's
that
like
it exists.
things can go one of two ways.
like
They can continue to build up or they can continue to break down. We're fortunate that they continue to break down, or else we would have to experience constant body buildup.
What else?
Dude, no one can understand your yawn talking.
James not really wrote.
What'd you say, Big Dog?
It's same whatever you wrote. It's same whatever you
That's
wrote.
potentially true.
An asteroid, but likely have an asteroid if the bacteria or any kind of different species of them.
If you start over here, so until you get the shops,
There's probably a higher chance that we have guided panspermia, basically aliens planted us here. Not humans ourselves, but like we're a big experiment, and that there have been guided evolution, perhaps since bacteria.
all within this day.
It was a phenomenal question, dude. It's an absolute phenomenal question. I don't know.
The same thing.
Yeah, but then what created those things?
This means 6 boys.
If you really want to know what I think, with the billions of galaxies out there and the billions of stars in those billions of galaxies, I think that eventually we would have some type of organic evolution to a higher intelligent being, and then eventually they could start seeding the rest of the universe. And life could just appear naturally as well. But there's a great question. How do you get life from, like, organic life from inorganic material? And I think the question probably poses itself within viruses and potentially, like, even rock. But I don't know the answer. Did you perform last night? Dude. Did you perform last night? You did? How did it go? How did it go? Did you use my joke about Carmen Sandiego and Where's Wally?
Kind of just like I was kind of just telling Vic stories.
And they were just bombing like wild.
No, it's funny. No, it's funny.
Did people think you were?
Talking about like how talking about like how
People thought you were funny.
yeah. 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 Bro, are you there?
Yeah,
Bro,
I'm
are you
here.
there? So, you know, there's a couple in the front row. The camera, the camera was like, did you go to this? When you were telling the story, did you go to this? Did you go to that? Yeah, that was
They were there too. They were there too. I don't even know if you heard me. Were they there too?
Were they there too?
Was this couple at the same party you were at? Okay. So you just told that story? Did you tell them that you got an email afterward to go get a check and you never did it? That's the best part of the story. What up, seller? Fuck off.
One day earlier on Wednesday. Now I just added 2. So instead of having 4, I have 6. It makes sense. We're going to come up with the number 60 hours. We're going to say hours. Says the Lord, that everybody separated from the wife on Wednesday. So why does he say 60 hours? If Moshe Rabbeinu came down from the mountain in the morning time, right over here at this red line, and he spoke to Christ right here. So he has 5 angels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is when he came down from the mountain. He didn't come down in the middle of the night. Moshe Rabbeinu always came down at daybreak. Where's daybreak on this picture? On Wednesday by daybreak, right by this line. So from this line, from daybreak, at this shop, this is 5 items. 5 items equals 60 hours. That's how he got it from. Yeah? It's in the drawer. You know that I have the thing, the opposite side of the line. The drawer. Until you get it, until this, the shoes will be open. You don't know. You don't. Alright. That's what you're right. That's what I'm on. That's come on. I know that most of them all went up into Shemayim. I think they can see the afternoon. Okay. Yeah, I'll hard see that. Okay, the Ashton was not open. You got up in the morning, early in the morning, let's come here, then I know it came down, descended from Shemayim. In the morning, they said, Great. Well, we saw at the Arima. Rekish, that's not. Yeah. Has to be like. Normally, why did Moshe Rabbeinu have to go to Bible school? Where's this rush? Why do you have to say Rabbi Shlomo? You gotta put the thing out of figure out separate from you. When? I don't know. Yeah. Because more than something, is also other of them is motivation. So I have a special person. Maybe the Sham should be saying no relation. So very important to point out that this is before again this is before Matan Torah, maybe they didn't have this place was that they did. Why? Because as the Gemara explains in something graphic, that the whole point of this halacha is that the person shouldn't choose definitely good in his life. So they had their parents. They didn't want to look down at the rock. They didn't want to see destroyness in the world. So maybe they didn't use right. Or this says they did have to see or like them I'm not this yes, there's no Torah, but before the one is so what was the rest of it? Omarova, in Torah, by yourself, it is a little reality. About cows, so you don't have the problem of being on the Chavera. It's a question of being on the Chavera. You don't have to be on the Chavera. Omarova, there's different ways. There's a palace. The dark house, the kids are, it's possible, so you had to warn them, no tricks here. No by yourself, because the first going to be given a chance. But truly, ask the Gemara, and this question goes according to everybody to Rashi. Truly, even about carrying who has an evil. But it doesn't become far until evening. The evening, but is what completes the whole cycle. It's semi-far, but because it's too much time. Like, you need, like, when do these people, when do these women go Friday night? When do they come to the following day? You need a nighttime. You need the sun to go down. If you go to the mikvah at night, there's no sundown until 24 hours ago. When was not going to tell you? It's morning. So it turns out that when they went to the mikvah Friday night, wasn't the Judith car when the car was given. Shabbos morning. But for the young meaning, you know, just go to the Torah on Shabbos. Or completely far, just still cool down, just semi-time. Says the Gemara in Mikvah. Abaye Barovin, Amina Barovin, Amina Barovin, everybody agrees. Midnight Torah with Buddha. What's going on in Zoom? You guys hear me or no? No, the shoes, man? Is that our camera? The camera. Just move the camera. Is it like that up in Times Square? Yeah, it's like moving things around. You have to see it live. He's frustrated with this. He's chucking things. Also, there. Things he was like, you like it now. I didn't ask you what is it on? He doesn't have to tell me. He doesn't want to tell me. See that? What is it on? Right? You guys went to it, right? Really? Five. So you hear what everybody says, Abaye Barovin, you're a Fanino Barovin, like your brother. Yes. Yeah. Yes. Oh, yeah. Yeah, but it's not Darius though. The Darius over here. Well, they're both others. See, both Israeli. Anyway, so it says over here that it doesn't matter. Even if you're a Julio, you sound like Kame with what you say. Doesn't hurt giving it credit. Yeah, it's very interesting. You know, it doesn't take that for granted. The Gemara says, okay. And the Gemara is masking, see, throughout the Sugya, we're pretty much masking this idea, at least for now, that might be given in a state of full going to. Oh, yeah, this is a very nice. I still want to know, was there a single person in the highest role that had to rely on this people? In other words, I'm going to tell you that everybody went to the mikvah, all the women, all the men, everybody went to the mikvah Friday morning, during the daytime. So that when Friday evening came, that was already done. It's too late. Everybody's completely 100% covered. But it's still possible that they had a food Zera on Friday evening, which would require them to go to the mikvah again on Friday evening. I want to know, did that happen? Was there a single woman in all of Israel that had to go to the mikvah Friday night? And the Mela Torah was given the state of Yom Kippur for that one person. Yes or no? Answer the question. See, he says, Amalei Ribuya Kama. He said it's possible and God could have given it, but in fact it never happened. Everybody was completely 100% covered. End of story. Why is that important? I don't know. It just happens to be. That's what happens. I guess it is important. You want to know whether or not there's one single Jew that was someone coming and answering that. Ask the Gemara, according to the people, this question. It says this 5 hours is 60 hours. The literal Bene Shimshon, the Apu Torah Bene Shimshon. So first of all, as a side note, what's Bene Shimshon? Every night has Bene Shimshon. It's national law. Bene Shimshon is Friday. Yes, every night has it. But we don't call Bene Shimshon only Friday night. Why? Because that's when all the halachic problems happen. On Friday night. Okay. Ask the Gemara, the literal Bene Shimshon, the Apu Torah Bene Shimshon. What is it? already had. We already have 16 hours. So why do we have to wait until tomorrow morning? What's the problem? Well, they can be given as a full one. So what's the delay? I'm just realizing now. So beautiful places I'm going to see in a second. The question makes a lot of sense. The Torah should be given earlier. Why delay it till the morning? No. You don't get the Torah at night. When they're raised, this is. I'm not getting the Torah in a secret. And then all the nations. I'm going to say it didn't have it. The raised dollar. Because of everybody, in the middle of the day, when the sun is out, everybody can. Nobody has excuses. Oh, I would have known, I would have accepted the Torah. You saw that. You could have accepted the Torah. You decided not to take it. Do that night, it was going to have to go. Oh, no, yes. That's the Gemara. The South is a shop, so this, again, no further. So why can't they be playable? Why do they have to be playable? Let them be playable on Shabbos morning. What's the problem? But they don't become until the evening. Okay? So you are in some place, things are working with it. So therefore, the question is, why do they have to separate appointment? Why did they have to separate over here in the beginning of daytime in order to achieve 60 hours? You could have separated right before nightfall, and you still achieve 60 hours by going all the way into Shabbos morning. You need 60 hours. Great. I'll give you 60 hours. Instead of going to the Olympics, right? Go to the Olympics. You have your 60 hours like that. There's no problem going to the Olympics Shabbos morning. What does the Gemara say? Look at this. Tell me what you think Shabbos is. Omer Yitzchak, Shloimu, Halalu, Shloimu, Halalu, Halalu, Halalu. Simple word. It's simple shot. Doesn't make sense. If these hidden are going with the towels, you know, Shabbos morning does the towels, they're running to the mikveh, dying to mikveh, and these guys are going, they made a right turn, they're going to Kabbalah stuff. Have you guys still? Kabbalah Satoida. Have you guys to mikveh? It doesn't work. It's not nice. These guys, everybody's going, we're going to Kabbalah Satoida for once in a lifetime, and he's going to the mikveh now. He has to go because he's above 30. That's possible. This is better. As he says, beautifully. And it's unbelievable you said, he says. You gotta see this inside. You're doing it every day. Now you do it every day. Over here, it's once in a lifetime. Once in a lifetime. I don't believe this. So my son-in-law had all his stuff in the backside in the stove. So this is how it shows. The picture of the stove. So it's in the other thing. He said he's a good look. brand new, beautiful mikvah. So it's gorgeous. In the why? Because you can go to Greek. It's cool. See, in this party stuff. Don't forget, he's American. There's some people over there. I'm not gonna say, what's the word? I don't know. Yes. So we also put them in the oh yeah, maybe that one. Maybe that little guy. Yeah, that little guy is gonna work. Probably not. It says those. It says those girls. If they go to the mikvah, it takes how long do you go to the mikvah? It takes 5 minutes. So they're gonna push up the whole story by 5 minutes. And what's the problem? What's the problem when you push up? What does everybody guess? What is the so what if to push up the whole story for 5 minutes? So you probably think it's not. Look at the last year, the places they were last school. Omar Rubinska. Abu Bayoy, are you Miss Backlin? The Kamakoyo. It's the Kamakoyo. Not because, oh, you're going she was waiting with the story to give it to Clyde, so it's going to be 5 minutes late. No, that's not the problem. The problem is, you could have given it at 6 in the morning, and now given it at 6:05. The whole Friday story is generation. You can never make those 5 minutes up. 5 minutes of prayer missing in the history of Friday story with the story. The idea of the Torah, right here. That's the shot. I can't have people going to the mikvah in the morning because of the Torah. Let them go Friday night, and everybody's going to come together. Nice and early, if the Torah is coming, the women are going to hold the Torah. If the women are not there, you can't get the Torah. Everybody's there. This is all good. She's earnestly being so behind the whole. The extra day right over here. What they eat, they hold. I don't figure it out. Not like they get a 60-hour, 72 hours. 72 hours. So for women had relations, whatever it was, she put it there and give it to herself. After within 72 hours. 72 hours is ready to go. Omar is going to participate in the show. Viable and it's still in the also reputation. Also reputation. This has a mint. It's playing at a crazy wild pace. What's your option? Maybe the Malaya should be an option as well. Zero. That's already. It's not viable. It's who cares if it's boys? It's Masriya. It's not viable. What's the difference? How did it get the gun? Some sort of this or that. Some sort of crazy. You swell the mitzvah is having the raise and Jews who are constantly worried about mitzvahs. They have stress. Think about like a lot, not in my house, but like Friday afternoon, you choked off this sponge up, that causes anxiety. I think anxiety and stress cause the body to act differently than it has in a bad way. It's interesting because anxiety has the same idea. Reverse almost, not reverse, the same concept. That goyim are not mushbah. Their body is strong. They have they eat shrotzim. So the shrotzim destroy whatever you have in your mind before. That's what we know here on the planet. Well, alcohol, the mitzvah is alcohol. Shellfish and all these crazy stuff, they cause it what? Bats, very good, they eat. Bats, their body acts different. Their body acts different. And therefore, what Jewish women have from stressing out because of Shabbos and all the mitzvahs that they have to keep, Pesach cleaning, yeah, they start cleaning from Hanukkah from stress. So they get that, whatever it is, from the stress with us.
This remote drinks has fueled the imagination for millennia. Also as the Access ID, or the navel of the world as it appears on medieval maps, the site of the Hamikdash was conceived by the ancient Israelites as being the very home of their God.